Hello everyone, I am Niharika Tiwari from Sociobits, and today I am with Mr. Rohan Shah, the founder and CEO of Classavo, an educational technology company. He is also on the Forbes 30 under 30 list. Thank you so much for joining us, Rohan.
Thank you, all the pleasure is mine.
So Rohan, could you tell us a little about Classavo?
Absolutely. So Classavo is an education technology company. We build SaaS platform for colleges and universities where professors can actually adopt our platform to teach in their class with much better interactive content. They can augment the content, they can edit it, make it truly digital, as well as engage students on a much more pedagogical, novel way. And this universities, professors can get real-time data on how students actually learning.
And how did you lead into founding Classavo?
I was approached by a professor to sort of co-author a math textbook. Realized that the textbook was really boring and no one's going to buy or read it, including myself. We wondered why couldn't you run the programs inside an ebook? And my co-founder and I, we actually built something that you can actually make it interactive on the web version. And the university thought that had some potential commercial value, so the University of Buffalo invested in the company and incubated us in New York State. And since then, we've been just doing research on pedagogy and how we can make education better.
That's interesting. So, when was the company co-founded?
We started our research in 2016, and that's when we launched our initial MVP. After a couple of years, we realized what professors actually wanted was something that we could achieve through SaaS, which is the most pragmatic way to do it. And that's when, about 2018, is when we actually launched our first platform basis at mass level. And then and from there on, we started making partnerships with publishers, content partners, providers, and things like that.
And how is this helping the universities and professors?
First of all, it's helping students save costs. In North America, the textbooks are very expensive. In India, not so much. But it's like almost $200 or more than that just for a textbook. So instead of students paying $200, they're only paying $20, unlimited courses per semester. And with India, we're going to bring that with content as well as interactivity, and it helps universities track how students are actually doing in class so that they can help students better before they drop out or they fail.
So that makes sense actually. And since 2018, right? So how has your journey been so far?
It's been incredible. It's definitely a roller coaster ride. We have had a lot of ups and a lot of downs, but it's never a dull moment. Incredibly grateful for my team and just this ability that I can be on this journey.
So speaking of ups and downs, could you point any major challenge that you faced?
The biggest challenge that we had was pre-COVID, raising funds was very hard because they thought we wouldn't be able to bring publishers on board and we would be competing with the publishers. It actually turned out to be, we solved that by finally bringing them on board, going through the legal due diligence, and then now we have 1,200 textbooks, all licensed, as well as open sourced on our platform. And now any professor or an author can actually self-publish their own content in Classavo and be registered for them. So we become sort of a Netflix or iTunes of education.
So speaking of COVID, did you feel any difference, or did your company face any impact because of COVID-19?
100%. I think most industries were impacted. For us, it was unfortunately, but fortunately, it was the brighter side. There was not a big shift. Although the big shift was it was a catalyst for industry. So pre-COVID, you'd have to put more effort into explaining the value proposition and why they should adopt it. After COVID, they came to us, or during COVID, they came to us. So I think there's been we're at an inflection point that the entire shift, the learning curve for consumers we're way beyond that curve now. So they are already very apt with using online systems to teach their students or things of that matter.
But after COVID, so like COVID is kind of on the verge of ending now.
Right.
So the Edtech industry saw a big boom into it.
Massively, right. I think it's only continued to grow. Like I said, we're at an inflection point, and now we're projected to almost double by 2026.
So, but then do you not feel like, have you faced any such scenario where people want to go back in the growth phase?
100%. I think so. That's what we focus on. Our platform is primarily always used in class. During COVID, we were building a lot of hybrid tools for the universities to kind of adapt to the circumstance. So I think moving forward, there's always going to be a hybrid model where you will have students wanting to go to a physical classroom, but also wanting the ability and freedom to also be able to have it offline or online when they want to.
Okay, so like through Classavo, you have the flexibility of choosing
Correct.
either offline or online.
That's right.
That's great. So, speaking of, do you have any competitors in the market?
So education field is one of those fields that not many people wanted to get in. Especially in North America, it's because the sales are extremely hard and they're very long process. So I guess fortunately we are lucky that we don't have that many competitors, but in India definitely it's a booming space now. But at the same time, we do have some players in form of publishers or homework systems and LMS systems. However, we all actually integrate with all of them. So they are sort of become our quasi-partners.
And you have started your expansion in India.
That's correct. We started our first university, which is Watson University. We have a much more strategic partnership with Watson University in Hyderabad. And now we're going to go scale from there on.
How are you planning to enter the market?
It's going to be the most infrastructure supposed to be adopted first, naturally, and then it will scale from there on. And I think in the next about a year or two, I think India will be a very prime market for higher education. There's a lot of innovation in education in India that actually still comes from India to the world, but it's mostly in K-12 format. But in higher education, which is colleges, universities, there is a massive gap there. And that's what we intend to solve.
And so, apart from India, are you planning to expand?
I think India is our main focus. Africa is definitely another section. I was in Africa 2 weeks ago. And I think there's definitely a real opportunity there, but I think it's still about a few years out.
Okay. And so, speaking of the future, apart from expansion, do you have any immediate goals set for this year?
Tons of goals. Tons of goals. So we're definitely expanding our team. We're definitely expanding our regions and markets. I think we're just looking for always the best and the brightest people to join our company and team. So I think that's our first goal.
So, so this would be a question not related to Classavo, but related to the Edtech industry. So the Edtech industry seems like a big boom, right? So do you think this will still be there, like in 10 years or so?
Absolutely not. I think it's going to start consolidating in the next couple of years. We'll see, just like any other industry, you'll see like the top players consolidating most of the market and it'll be saturated. So I think the timing is also important personally for us. But apart from that, we are not so worried about entering the market at any given point because obviously it's strategic to enter in a good timing. But it's usually a product, if there is a product market fit, there's always a market for it. That being said, I think it's going to consolidate in the next few years.
So this would be my last question. Is there anything else that you would like to share with our viewers?
Yeah, check us out, Classavo.com, support us, like us on every single social pages. We're always looking to grow our team. If this is something that you find exciting and education is your passion, and as well as software, do check out our pages. We love your hiring right now, so yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us, Rohan, and all the very best.
Thank you so much.